Hello to you beautiful people. What is going on? This is Noah Lakshmi here to elevate humanity for a better world. And we are using the wisdom, ancient wisdom of our planets and our cosmos, helping us to navigate through this human experience. So thank you for joining me. And if you are new to my videos, welcome. And if you've been watching for a while, thank you for the support. And I love doing this, and I love channeling what we call astrology, but just this ancient wisdom, giving you this what I call a cosmic forecast to help you on your journey. Now, what's going on right now, just for all of us as individuals and as a collective, these are times of immense transformation, and there's a lot of changes that are happening individually, collectively, as humanity. And it's really, really helpful when we can just learn or know how to navigate through all these changes and how to ride the waves. That's how I see it. It's just like you look at surfers when they go out into the ocean, and they just know after experiencing or after years and years of experience, they know how to read the ocean. They know which wave to take and which wave to just wait. They just know the language, and it's the same thing with astrology and our planets. It's about just learning how to read the language and know what each wave represents and how we can ride the wave, and good waves to ride or maybe waves to kind of like sit back and wait. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I thought that, I'm just going to move the camera here a little bit. I just thought that's a cool metaphor and an analogy, if that makes sense, to really demystify also the whole astrology thing. There's a lot of science behind it actually, and it's all math and numbers. And the more I learn, the more my mind gets blown away of how much science actually there is behind it. So anyhow, I just wanted to insert that. I'm super stoked. I just came back from an amazing astrology workshop, actually, that I did up here in Oregon. And a lot of exciting things. And let's dive right in. Today is Thursday, August 4th, and we had the new moon on Tuesday on the 2nd, and it's such a spectacular new moon that happens every year in August. It's a new moon in Leo, and I've been talking a lot about the Leo energy that we are in, and it's just a lot of fire and a lot of creativity, and there's a lot of playfulness too with Leo, which I really want to emphasize in today's message of how important it is to allow yourself to play, to allow yourself to really be this childlike, and because things can get a little heavy at times, especially when we move through so many changes and we transform, and things just can move rapidly sometimes. So the playfulness can keep us in a state of flow and away from overwhelm, if that makes sense. And that whole idea and the whole concept of creative expression, whatever that creative expression is for you. Now, when it comes to Leo, it's always about music, and it's about dance, and it's just really letting that creativity flow through you, and enjoy it. Enjoy that creativity and that flow. Now, the big thing that was happening on Tuesday, that not just that we had the new moon in Leo, which is very exciting, Mars, the planet Mars that I've been talking about for weeks now, and it's been like, it's just like in the news, right? You've got the news, and you've got the highlights of the news and whatever is happening in politics, whatever is happening in the world, and you just see the same theme over and over and over again. It's like this is what's happening right now. So Mars has been the star the planet, but the star of the highlight of the news, the astrological news, the cosmic news, because Mars was going through Scorpio and it was in retrograde. And what it symbolizes for us as humans here on planet Earth is that we were all moving through a lot of shadows, and we were moving through a massive transformation. That's what Scorpio represents. Scorpio represents the phoenix rising up from the ashes, but in order for that phoenix to rise from the ashes, that phoenix needs to be burned down to the ground first, right? So that Mars moving through Scorpio, and it was in retrograde, meaning it was in slower movement pace. It was just digging through deep, deep, deep stuff. And I talked about that. It finally came out of Scorpio on the same day of the new moon, few hours apart. And there's no coincidences in the universe. You guys, there are no coincidences. And so Mars moved into the sign of Sagittarius, which is the next one right after Scorpio, which is a fire sign as well. So we're looking at the sun and the moon, new moon, it's a conjunction. We're in this a fire sign of Leo, and then Mars moving into Sagittarius, into another fiery sign. So lots of fire, rapid, and it's rapid. And if you can imagine Mars is the action planet. It likes to move, and it likes to move fast. And it's almost like in Scorpio, there was a bit of a cage that it was in, because it was, even though it's its own natural sign, it was there for way too long. And especially the retrograde period, and it's what we call the shadow period. So again, a lot of shadows that we were dealing with. It's like being in that cage, and then Mars going into Sagittarius. You can imagine this like, wow, yes, I'm out of the cage. And Sagittarius is fiery, and it's very exciting, and it's always about the vision and new horizons and adventure. And where am I going next? And Mars is in that like energy of, way, yes, I'm out of the cage. Where am I going next? And Leo is the playfulness, and wants to play, and it wants to be creative, and it wants to love. There's so much heart, and it's really, really beautiful energy. And we were really also very fortunate that with this configuration that can be maybe too much, and that rapid fire that I was talking about, and this almost very quick forward movement, which is a huge relief for many of us. Saturn was trining this new moon, and Saturn is the reality. Saturn is matter. Saturn is the structure and the stability. So with all this excitement, we were given also the stability of Saturn, of not being burned by this fire, but actually be able to sustain this fire in order to create and build something long lasting. And this is what my next piece here is that with all this excitement, and let's just face it, your reality is changing. Your reality is changing right now. And what tends to happen for some of you is, with all this excitement, there's this maybe impatience and want to move really fast. And just to remember that it will take some time. It will take some time, and to not rush the process, to not get caught up in impatience. Because the thing is, Mars, and Mars is, like I said, is fiery, and it's very impulsive and instinctive. Sometimes it just wants this instant gratification. And Mars is also going to square Venus for a few days coming this week. So Venus is also about love and sensual and the five senses, and it's that instant gratification that maybe can be sought after. And with all this Saturn things in the picture, it's reminding us that it's the long-lasting effects. It's the long-lasting gratification, so to speak, that is really worth your effort and your energy, and not so much just oh, I'm doing it now and I want to see results right away. And that can cause frustration. And also to remind yourself that the seeds that you're planting, the seeds that you planted during this new moon and this cycle, and all the creativity that you're pouring yourself into, or the creativity that you pour onto the projects or whatever it is that you're doing in your life, that it's not necessarily like, oh, I'm doing it today, I'm seeing it tomorrow kind of thing, or even next week, but it is going to take some time. And especially with, we're gonna, and that's going to happen next week, I'm going to talk about that Mars is going to conjunct Saturn. So it's almost like you're going to it hit that wall of like, oh, pressing the gas so fast now, and that's what's happening with this rapid fire and the quick forward movement. And you might feel like, oh, I'm bumping against a wall, or it's like, oh, I'm trying to move faster and it's not. So again, not to look for the instant gratification, not to look for like, oh, results right here, right now, but remind yourself that it will take some time. And what's really important right now is that we are moving into a big cycle for the next few weeks of integration, because Venus is going into the sign of Virgo tomorrow. That's the 5th of August. And then Mercury is already in Virgo, which is its natural sign. Virgo is a lot, I see it a lot as integration, of allowing yourself to really process like this immense transformation that you went through, all the shit that you dug out of the basement, out of the dungeon, and then this fire burning it, the phoenix rising up from the ashes, all this creativity that is available to you. There are new relationships, there are new projects, there's so much excitement, and it's important to bring it in, to bring it back in, to have it contain. Virgo is the taskmaster, so to speak, of really paying attention to details, discerning, sorting through everything that is in front of you, what gets to stay, what gets to go, having discernment, allowing yourself to integrate what you need to integrate, and then move forward with that excitement, but not losing sight. With all this excitement, with all this Sagittarius that can be so focused on the big picture, and not lose sight of the details. And it's great because we do have Mercury in Virgo, and we've got Venus going into Virgo. And Mercury is going to square Saturn, and they're both in 9 degree, which is really interesting. This is a 9 year, throwing a little bit numerology into this picture. 9 is completion. So there's a lot that is being completed in your life, projects, relationships, things within yourself that it's like done and done, and the lot of the new beginnings that are coming in. So this is a great time for new relationships, love relationships, or any type of relationships. Really great time for new projects, and at the same time, to not lose sight of the big picture, to not lose sight of what I need to do right now in order to take me to my vision, and not get impatient that it's not happening right here, right now. So there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of excitement, but you want to do it the right way, and to really remember, or look back, reflect of what has worked in the past and what is not working anymore, and make your choices accordingly. So again, let yourself integrate and meditate on those things that can bring you a lot of more clarity. All right, because also there's still a lot of unknown factors in the picture. So you've got to trust, you've got to have faith. That's what Sagittarius reminds us. And we all getting more of a boost of that with Mars moving into Sagittarius. There's more faith, there's more optimism, there's the ability to trust, even though there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of new things happening, but at the same time, there's a lot of unknown. Like, oh, how is this relationship going to play out? How is this business partnership going to turn out? How is this project gonna turn out to be? All the details that I need to pay attention to, and I don't have all the information right in front of me. there's a boost of trust. There's the more of the ability to trust the unknown and to take the steps with courage, even though not every single step is in front of you right now. So it's really amazing times, and I'm really excited for all of us and whatever is happening in your life and this new chapters that are opening and this immense transformation. And I'll talk more about it next week, of course, but this is for this week, and I'm sending you a lot of love, lots of love and light. Remind yourself to play, to create, as long as we're riding this Leo wave for the next few weeks, even though there's some Virgo coming into the picture, but it can work really well together, that playfulness, that excitement, that big fire, and at the same time, learn how to have discernment and learn how to take it one step at a time and not just blow your circuit with all this fire. So much love, so much love. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your support. If you're digging these videos, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find me on Facebook. If you want your own personal astrology reading with me, which is so phenomenal, go to my website, noalakshmi.com, and book your soul signature reading. I'm also hosting an incredible weekend retreat in November, and it's going to be a total life upgrade retreat to unlock your soul essence and create your limitless life. And I'm going to bring astrology and super potent Kundalini yoga, awesome high vibe food, lots of self-love, and lots of practices to take into your life to create the life that you want to live, and to live as the best version of yourself. So I'm really excited about that. If you want to, I'm starting to create it. I'm starting to put more information out there. If you are interested, if you are intrigued, then please contact me. Again, go to my website, noalakshmi.com. Love you so much. Stay awesome, stay beautiful, and I will see you next time. Noa Lakshmi here, elevating humanity for a better world. Sat Nam.